Ever since we've been doing this thing, a promo for that Paskowitz on how they invented San Onofre. Well, ever since that little girl on that promo reveals sorta what went on inside that 24-foot camper behind closed doors. All 11 of them living in there, and you never know what's going to take place. So, I think what's going to happen is some people say stuff, they're led to say stuff. Like the producer will ask him a leading question, like, how did it get warm inside that 24-foot camper with all you people? And I know what he meant when he said that. And her answer was she couldn't believe what was going on. The little girl said that. I couldn't believe, they didn't think I could hear, but I knew what was going on up there. It's one of those things where they got two different things, upstairs and downstairs, and even the restroom was loaded, jam-packed. So anyways, everybody but the kitchen sink has been asking about this Paskowitz film. This is coming out April the 11th at the Spectrum in the main room. I adjust. Thank you. And it's going to be a doozy. And you know what a doozy is. I know you do, because you've heard it here a lot. Now then, what's going to take place? It's called Surfwise. Now, what's going to take place when this thing scores a big hit? And they're going to, I shouldn't say this, but the Paskowitz has got $2 million for doing that, for signing. To give you an idea, Gidget's old man, Fritz, got 50 grand for doing that Gidget book. Paskowitz has got $2 billion. That's a big difference. 50,000 to 2 million. But then the Paskowitzes have to split that up about 25, 50 ways. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. So here's the thing. People are really excited about this. People know that it's coming out. People know that the Spectrum is sold out for April the 11th. And that's a big room. They get 2,500 people in that theater. And this is the big theater. This isn't one of those things way off playing next to some Class B movie. This is the big room. This is headliner, marquee stuff. So the whole thing is that I thought I'd better tell you, because the Internal Revenue Service just emailed me a little while ago. And I had to tell him, because I was under oath, that the Paskowitzes got paid $2 million for signing up to do that movie. And the rights, all rights, $2 million. That is 7 figures exactly. Now, they've already done it, because I was down there at San Onofre. You know, when the Paskowitzes invade San Onofre. I was there. I talked to Doug Frey. Doug Frey sent a crew over here to film us, and we told it not like it was, but we told them what they wanted to hear. And that's the secret to showbiz. Tell them what they want to hear. Because I learned a long time ago, if you start if they ask you a question, you got to tell them what they want to hear, because you tell them the truth, they're not interested. I remembered a number of years ago they were doing a film about Malibu, and the girl's father didn't write the screenplay. Gabriel Upton wrote the screenplay. So she was talking to me upstairs at Columbia Studios, and she said, how wild was it up there? I said, nothing. It was all that you just sit on the beach and go in the water. She said, what about the beach party? There were no beach parties. They just, Kivlin dragged his San Onofre style outrigger up on the sand, and they lit a bonfire, and the bonfire ricocheted off that sail, and it made it look really important. But that's not what she wanted to hear. And when you saw that movie, you saw the very end when they got the four preps and with Joby Baker taking all those rubber masks off, and they're all singing Cinderella. Well, that never happened. It wasn't even close to, they never got that many people up there. I think the most people they got up there on a hot summer night was maybe 18 people, and that included the clam diggers up by the point that'd go up there and roast weenies. But this is before they had those San Onofre style turkey franks. These were real weenies, and everybody up there loved weenies. But I had to tell you that the Pasquas made $2 million for giving the rights to Doug Frey, and the movie's coming out on the 11th. I'm going to be there. Doc Pasquas is going to be there. Juliet's going to be there. Nava's going to be there. Adam, Moses, Israel. Oh boy. Joshua. They're all going to be there in full force. And David and everyone. So I promised you that I would keep you informed every step of the way, because the 11th of April is not that far away. When it comes right down to it, you're not even going to be able to get into the parking lot at the Spectrum. It'll be so jam-packed. Nobody from San Onofre will be there, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. Don't forget what they asked earlier. Aloha means hello, and aloha means goodbye.